Hey everyone, welcome to today's stream. I'm Ambrose and super amazing to have you guys here today. We're going to dive into an exciting live trading session today. It's the Octa live trading session and it's going to be amazing. I'll walk you guys through, some of the key steps to becoming a more confident and successful trader. Now, before I go into the amazing things that I have for today, you can go ahead and let me know your name and where you're watching me from. And you can also tell me if this is your first time, participating in an Octa live trading session. Now, this is going to be a super amazing session. We'll cover a lot of things, how to create a solid trading plan. We're going to look at some of the profitable opportunities in the market and how you can manage your risks effectively. I'll also show you how to choose and balance assets in your portfolio so that you can be a long-term successful Forex trader. And in the course of this session, if you have any questions or any, currency pair that you would want me to analyze, anything related to trading that you also want us to discuss, you can let me know in the chat or in the comments. I'll constantly check the comments to see if you guys have any questions and any concerns, and we can address that. Once again, welcome to the Octa live trading session. Now, whether you're a beginner or you already have some trading experience, there's something for everyone today, so make sure that you stick around. Quick disclaimer: any opinion, news, research, prices, analysis, or other information discussed in this webinar or linked to this presentation is provided as general market commentary and does not constitute investment advice. A brief introduction about myself, but before I do that, welcome Vasan from India, Tanvi Chowdhury from India as well. Guys, if I don't pronounce your name correctly, apologies. But again, welcome, and it's super amazing to have you guys here today. My name is Ambrose Ebuka, and I have half a decade of trading experience, and I've been able to hone my trading proficiency that includes various strategies like swing and scalp trading. I also analyze mainly gold, GBP, JPY, and GBP USD charts with an outstanding accuracy exceeding 85%. And I regularly backtest, these pairs and my trading strategies for long-term effectiveness. All right, let's look at the agenda. We're going to look at the economic calendar, do an overview. If you're a beginner trader here, it's very important. I'll give you a brief of, why the economic calendar is important and why you should always look at the economic calendar every day before you even embark on your trading activity. And we'll look at the Octa Trader. We're going to do an overview. I'll show you guys all around the Octa Trader software and the platform on the web. So you can get familiar with the tools and some of the new features, amazing features that we have on there. And we'll talk about creating a trading plan. So I know that, the live trading sessions are usually amazing because we get to do analysis. We'll also do some analysis here with the Octa Trader platform, but we're going to, add a bit of awesomeness to today's live trading session because it's going to be a bit personal for you guys. I'm going to ask you guys some self-assessment questions and give you guys some tips to make sure that aside the technicalities of trading, you're also looking inward, aspect, and, you're growing on every area of your trading career. Okay, please discuss about gold. I'll discuss about gold, Euro USD, no problem. Quick one. Let me know in the chat if you are in the Octa Nigeria Telegram chat. Let me know in the chat or in the comment section if you're in the Octa Nigeria Telegram chat. I think I'm breaking out. Okay. So after this live trading session, you can use the link in the description to join the Octa Nigeria Telegram chat. The reason I said that is because a lot of trade ideas and tips are being posted there. And you can get, these ideas beforehand, before I even come on the live trading session as well. Like there are a lot of market experts, posting analysis and trade ideas on there. And I think we posted one on gold. Well, I'll show you guys that when we go to the charts. Okay, we'll also talk about identifying profit opportunities, because it's important that when you come into the charts, you're not just coming to gamble your way around the markets. You're coming to make, informed decisions. And for you to do that, you should be able to identify profit opportunities in the market. We'll talk about a few more things, risk management, and then we can wrap up with the Q&A session where I ask you guys questions or take your own questions as well. This session is going to last for 45 minutes. And again, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to use the YouTube live chat to ask your questions. I'll check them periodically and answer them all. All right. So for the analysis that I conduct, I use a strategy called the Zap Zone strategy. I created a name, but it's mainly it's a simple strategy where you just trade the zones, right? But then since we're zapping with volatility, then I just had to put it as the Zap Zone strategy. So it's quite simple of a strategy, but it requires a lot of patience. Now, what is included in the strategy? Your understanding of market structure. I always say this, as a trader, you should be able to come into the market without using your trend lines and all that. Just by looking at the chart, you're able to identify if the market is trending or ranging. That's like the first step of being, a successful trader or a profitable trader, for you to be able to come into the charts. I'm not saying for you to be able to come into the charts and start buying or selling. No, I'm saying for you to be able to come into the charts and identify if it's a trend or a range. That's your first step. If you're able to do that, then the rest is just going to be a bit simple for you to understand. Now, once you understand market structure, you'll be able to identify key levels as well. This is included in the strategy. You predetermine your entry and exit points, and you also apply risk management. Now, the reason for this is because you're trying to, as a trader, you're constantly trying to eliminate emotion trading, over trading, revenge trading, right? And for you to be able to do that, you should identify the key levels, identify where you want to enter the market, where you want to exit the market, your risk tolerance on that trade, even before executing the trade. So when the trade is on, or even going against you, a few pips against you, you'll not be forced to make rash decisions, because you're comfortable with your risk and you're comfortable with your entry and exit points. All right. What kind of trader is the strategy suitable for? As you can see, we have 4 types of traders here. And this is because in every time frame that you go, the 4-hour time frame, the 2 minutes time frame, the 1 minute time frame, you would always find a zone. You would find an area of supply, an area of demand. And that's why, regardless of your trading style, from day trading all the way down to position traders, you can use the Zap Zone strategy. Okay, I see people talking about GBP JPY and US JPY. No problem. I'll show you guys. I'll check for the analysis using the Octa Trader app and show you guys how to execute trades using the Octa Trader app. Now, when do you use this strategy? Remember, it's a strategy that requires patience. It's a strategy that you have to wait for the markets to get into your zones, and then you see how the market acts in those zones and you react. So you can use it during volatile sessions. Volatility is how fast the market moves. If the market doesn't move, traders are not going to make money, right? We make profit from the volatility of the market. And also you can use the strategy after major news events. And the reason we are saying after major news events is because during the news release, there's usually a spike, most times. And you don't want to be the trader that gets caught up in a spike, right? Because the market could go wildly up and down and resume in its original direction, or even, change its trajectory and just reverse. All right, so you don't want to be caught up in that drama. You want to wait for the market, for the news to be released, identify the potential long-term direction of the market, and you're basically just, joining the trend and making potential profit. All right, we're going to go straight to the charts. And remember, I always tell you guys that the first thing I like to do is to look at the economic calendar, and then we go to the charts. Not just for buyers, but also to be aware of any future events and look at the trend from the past events, right? Are we getting, let's say the NFP report? Are we getting an increased number of unemployed people over the past few months, or are we actually decreasing in number? Things like that. Okay, I think the Telegram channel is in the chat. You can click on the link in the chat to join the Telegram channel right now. But guys, please, when you join the channel, come back to this video and don't just go away from there. Okay. So if you're using the economic calendar for the first time, this is the Octa economic calendar. And you can find it if you go to the menu, analysis and education, and you want to come down to analytics, and you see economic calendar down here. Now, if you're new to this, we'll just do a brief setup for you. What you want to do is to take note of your time zone. Make sure it's set to where you're currently at so that you don't miss out on the events and it's being released at a later time. Okay. And if you're a beginner trader, you can always add medium and high impact events, get the knowledge, create that self-awareness that some extra reports will be released today, even though they won't shake the market as much as high impact, but you just have that awareness and you're able to understand what they mean. Now, to dive even deeper into the Octa economic calendar, amazing economic calendar with a lot of simplified definitions. What you want to do for each economic event, give me a second, guys. For you to understand the meaning of each economic event, all you have to do is to click on it, and then you can see the definition. Most of these events would show you what an influence or what the report or what influence the report would have on the domestic currency. All right. So, for example, let's say the producer price index excluding food and energy year over year has been released, and you can see that we have the same percentage that we had before. Now you'd see, down here, you'd see speaking, a high reading is seen as bullish or positive for the USD, while a low reading is seen as negative. Now we had the same reading, so we're going to see probably a mute market because, you know, not much change in the producer price index year over year for the dollar. Now, if you're looking at reports on rate deposit facility, if you trade Euro USD or you trade Euro card, you'd observe and you would notice that the rates were cut by 25.20 rather. You can see from 3.75, and now the actual is 3.5. Now, this European Central Bank's decision to reduce or lower the interest rate can signal a dovish approach. It actually signals a dovish approach, and this could weaken the euro in the short term. All right. So if you're looking at Euro card or Euro USD, you're not just going to look on the base currency side of the currency pair. You're also going to look at the quotes currency, which obviously would be USD, identify the strength and weakness, and trade accordingly. If you just look at one side and say you're going to buy the base or sell the base based on the news that has been released, you could get caught up in a drawdown or get stopped out from the market. So when you want to analyze the currency pair, you look at not just the base, but you also look at what's happening with the quotes currency. And as you can see, the producer price index excluding food and energy for August 2024 was released today, and you can see that it's basically the same thing. Even though we had a forecast for 2.5%, this report probably would not bring a lot of volatility to the market or a lot of move to the market. And if you're focused on USD pairs, this is slightly, I mean, we are still on a downtrend on USD, and this is also going to continue for a while. It's still slightly, this report is still slightly bearish, not really much of a positive data, because this indicates that inflationary pressures are not as strong as we expected, and a lower than expected inflation data weakens the dollar. So I'm going to go to the charts and show you guys what I mean and how these reports can impact the dollar index. Okay. So if you don't know what the dollar index is, the dollar index, or we call it DXY, it measures the value of the US dollar against 6 baskets of major foreign currencies. That's the Japanese yen, the British pound, euro, Canadian dollar, Swedish krona, and the Swiss franc. Now, this is what I'm talking about. So if you look at the dollar index right now, in simple terms, this just tells you how strong or weak the dollar is. All right. And clearly, we can see that the dollar has been moving on a downtrend since June 27th, and we've been trending downwards. This is on the daily time frame. One of the reasons why I like to look at the dollar index first is because I mostly trade currencies that are paired with the dollar: gold, GBP USD, Euro USD. So I need to understand what's going on with the dollar, and that can also help me identify areas on the pairs that I want to buy or I want to sell. But currently, the dollar is still pretty much bearish. I've indicated some zones for you guys to pay attention to. And again, guys, please, you can join the Octa Nigeria Telegram chat, because I normally post this analysis even before I come on the live trading session, so you can get it beforehand and some trade ideas as well. So these are some of the areas, or this is an area where we're going to look at and observe the dollar index, because a break above this level would signify increase in strength, and then we can come up to also retest the 200 period moving average, which would most likely align with this key level as well. And then if we can break below that, this is a significant zone for us in the dollar market. If we can break above this, rather, then we'll be preparing for a change in trend or a change in direction in the dollar market. But right now, we're still bearish on the dollar. We're still trading below this key level, and this one as well. And we are still trading below the 200 period moving average. If I go to the lower time frames, like the 4-hour time frame, you see that we're still trending strongly below the 200 period moving average. Let's give that a second. Okay. Just gonna clear this. So quick question, guys. What's your favorite currency to trade? My favorite currency to trade is GBP, JPY. And my favorite commodity to trade is gold. So let me know in the chat, what's your favorite currency or commodity to trade? Now, back to the dollar. As I told you guys, we are strongly trending below the 200 period moving average. And even on the 4-hour time frame, the 200 period moving average has already aligned with our key level right here. So we're still bearish. We'll probably get a bounce on this moving average and continue to trade to the downside. But if the dollar is able to break above, then I'll be preparing for a change in direction, because the next area for a retest would be 103.2, and that's if we successfully break above this level. And as you can see, the dollar is already headed for a retest. Yes, we're rejecting, but again, if we get a break above this level, then we're bracing for a change in trajectory, right? We have support level at 100.5, an area that we should keep in mind as well, because we've been here 3 times. 1, 2, 3. We couldn't break below it, right? This is becoming a strong key level for the dollar market. If we break below that, then obviously we have another support right here that we're going to come to test. Now, if you notice, the market tends to respect key levels whenever it's trending, right? When you hear higher highs and higher lows, lower highs and lower lows, the market tends to respect key levels. And that's why it's good, regardless of your level of trading experience, you also add or work with key levels while you're trading. Because if you look here, you'd see areas of support broken, came down, area of support made the retest, broke the area of support, came down here to create another support, came down to create another support again, retested at this previous support that would came down to retest that support. So with the trend lines and your key levels, your horizontal lines, you're able to for the historical price data. And you know, let's say for example, you bought dollar at 750 and dollar increased to 900. Now you made a profit of about 200 and let's say $150, right? You made a profit of $150. You secure the profit and dollar comes down to 750. You would most likely buy at 750 again, and that's what and the areas of supply and demand. So if you're not using it already, it's good that you also include this in your trading strategy. Help you identify areas where you should, pay attention to for a potential retest. Now we've looked at the dollar index, and again, if you didn't get or understand my analysis or my bias, we're still bearish on the dollar index. This is an area I've already mapped out to see if we can break above, and then that will signify strength in the dollar, because if we break above this point and we sustain this break, then we're coming up for a retest here, right? But if we keep trading below the 200 period moving average, the dollar would be bearish, will still be bearish, and I'll be selling the dollar across major pairs that I trade. With that being said, we're going to move to the Octa Trader app. But before that, if you have any questions or any pairs that you would want me to analyze while we are in the Octa Trader app, you can let me know in the chat. Gideon Speedstar says, my favorite pair is USDJPY and Euro USD. Top Notch says, my favorite is Euro USD. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Your favorite pairs have one thing in common. Both of you, the favorite pairs that your favorite pairs have one thing in common. And that thing is they are both high volatile pairs or major currencies, if I should call it that. They are both major currencies. And a major currency is a currency that has high liquidity. There are a lot of, active market participants in, this market. The Euro USD market is the most liquid currency market. And we also have GBP USD as well as a major currency, AUD USD, USDJPY as well. All right, guys, this is the Octa Trader, and this is the web platform. You can also get this on your phones. The link is going to be in the description to download the app. But again, when you come into this app, if this is your first time, or when you come into the web platform, if this is your first time, you might see a lot of numbers, and it may look a bit, complex. It's actually not complex, and I'll show you guys why. The left-hand side is where you get your deposits, your withdrawals, if you want to make a deposit or withdraw from this account. You can make internal transfers from your wallets or from one trading account to another account. You can look at your history, and you can get direct access to the economic calendar from your Octa Trader web platform, right? Here is where you have the instruments. Give me a second, guys. Okay, here's where you have the instruments. All right, quick one. If you guys can not hear me at any point or see me at any point, please let me know in the chat. All right, just want to be sure. So over here we have all the instruments that are being traded in the Octa Trader app, and you can also streamline. I mean, if you only trade currencies, you can click on Forex, and you see all the currencies would be out here for you to trade. And then if you trade digital currencies as well, if you trade indices, metals like gold, energies as well, you can streamline your search and choose those other ones. Okay, so let's say that and it's somewhere hidden in this long list of instruments. You can always come here and type Euro USD, and it comes out. We click on it. All right, and then we see it displayed on the chart right now. So this is the Euro USD. Take profit and your stop loss. All right, and for market order, you can only buy or sell. For market order, you can only buy. Give me a second, guys. Let's see. For market order, you can only buy or sell. And then we have the pending orders that you can use for future trades, future buy stop, sell stop, buy limit, sell limit. These are future trades where you want the broker to execute your order at a more preferred price, at your own preferred price sometime in the future. Okay, the pending order keeps your order or your trade pending until the price has gotten to your preferred price. Let me know in the chat if you guys understand that. And again, you can use the sell now, buy now here to quickly place your buy or sell. You can also use the market order so you can be able to put in your stop loss and your take profit as well. Now, if you place a trade and let's say, for example, you place a buy trade, let's go ahead and place a buy trade. Okay. So let's go ahead and place a buy. We've placed a buy trade. And if you notice, this was a quick buy, right? We just went ahead to place a buy trade. No stop loss, no take profits. And if you want to type in your stop loss and take profit, all you have to do is quite simple. You click on the order, it comes out on the left, and you can now impute your take profit price and your stop loss price and click on confirm changes. All right, you can do it for the second one as well. Give me a second. All right, so guys, if you execute a trade, and let's say you place a buy trade, and you want to put in your take profit and your stop loss, you can always click on it, come towards the left, type in your take profit, and also type in your stop loss as well. All right. So when you execute a trade with the one-click trading, don't get scared that you'll not be able to put in your take profit and stop loss. You can always do that, and it confirm changes, and you can see it just goes straight into your open orders. Let me know if you guys can hear me properly now. I said network is unstable. Guys, let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me properly now. Okay, perfect. So we're just gonna close this. And yeah, quick one also, guys. When you click on close now, it closes the trade, right? So if you want to exit this area, you use this X button and you close it off. If you click on close now, it closes the trade. Okay, so you don't close the trade you don't want to close. If you want to exit this menu, use this X button. All right. Okay. And then we have the chart area, the chart screen that shows you, I mean, you can always change this from candlestick to bar chart or line chart, depending on which one you use. But this gives you an in-depth, explanation of what's been going on in the chart. And it gives you like the open, the high, the low, the close of a candlestick in each particular time. And that's because I'm using a candlestick chart. All right. Then we have the prices, your bid and ask price. We have the different time frames at the top. If I switch to the 15 minutes time frame, what it means is that every candlestick here opened and closed in 15 minutes. All right. 30 minutes means every candlestick here opened and closed in 30 minutes. Now, if I go to the 1 minute, you see that it's a bit noisy. Like we have a lot of movements. And then if I go to the daily time frame, you see that the trend is a bit simplified. So let's say 30 minutes, you'd see we don't have a clear trend here. It's just like we're moving in a ranging market, of resistance and support. But if I go to the daily time frame, you see that we have a clear uptrend. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're, regardless of any time frame that you're using, you can use the higher time frames to identify the overall direction. So even if you want to trade against the trend, you're aware that, oh, I'm trading against the trend and this my trade may not give me potential profit since I'm not sure of a clear reversal. It may not give me huge profit rather, since I'm not sure of a clear reversal. I can just go for maybe 50 to 100 pips instead of 1,000 pips when I'm not sure of a clear reversal. All right. You can always use alerts, trade alerts as well. And what this does is you set a price, and when you click on set, Octa alerts you when the price has gotten to this your price that you've set for the alarm. Okay, so let's say I put an alarm for 1 year. So what I've been able to do now is to set an alarm for this number. So whenever price gets to this level, Octa alerts me. I get a notification on my phone that the price has gotten to that level and can now come on the charts to trade accordingly. Okay, someone said the network is stable now. Amazing, amazing. All right, so again, you can always use this as the favorite button. You can, let's say, for those of you that said Euro USD is a favorite currency pair, well, this is for you. You just click on it, favorite Euro USD, your favorite pairs. You click on the star, and then it shows you Euro USD, right? So, for example, let's go back to all. Let's say GBP USD is my favorite, and gold as well. I can always come to this star and I see my favorite pairs, so I don't have to search for them again, right? And this is an amazing feature by Octa that can help you spot patterns in the charts. Okay, this icon right here, just after the daily time frame and before the indicator symbol, the search and pattern in the middle indicates or shows you, some of the patterns that you may not be able to spot in the market. So let's see if we can be able to spot a pattern. Let's see GBP USD. Okay, so clearly we can spot a double top, and you can see that it has also helped us to identify this pattern. Let me show you guys that again. You click on it, identify the double top. You click on it, and then it shows you this is where the double top is. And you can always double this, and you can always copy it to your chart. So you can click on copy to chart, and now it's there on your chart for you to see it. It's already saved there on the chart. You can see, and then you can use this to guide your trade analysis, and see if it aligns with yours. See if it's something that you want to use as a reason to adjust your trades or even continue to trade in that direction. I'll tell you, try to use this as a companion. Okay, just try to use that as a companion. There's no strategy that you can use as an isolation in the market. So let's say, for example, you trade with indicators. If you use just indicators to trade, you'll be missing out on initial price action, because these indicators kind of collects the data and gives you like a summary. Okay, but first the price has to act. So if you just use based on price action, you probably be missing out on price data. All right, so whatever you're using in the market, combine that with your already existing strategy, indicator, object, tool, whatever it is. You need to combine that with your understanding of market structure. And obviously, in a double top, what happens? The market begins to try to retest the neckline, which is going to be somewhere around a second here. Let's take this and drop it here. So in a double top, we have the first top, second top, and then we have the neckline. And now the market has gone down to retest this neckline. If you get a break, then we could potentially see a slow pullback to the upside and a drop, or we could get a bounce here, and then this would mean that this is a high and a higher high. If we get a bounce that breaks this high, then we're getting a new higher high to the top side. So we're going to see something like this. Okay, so that's if we get a bounce here and then we push to the top side, break out this high, and then this will just be a higher high, and the market will be pushing upwards to create a new higher high as well. So you can use this, kind of spot the patterns that you're not able to see in the market. You can use the FX tool. This FX indicates or shows you indicators that you can use. You can put the exponential moving average to the chart, which is this blue line here. And if you want to edit the periods, you can always come down here, go to settings, look at the length. You can use 200 period moving average, and then now we have a wider moving average, right? Because it's 200, as you can see. And we have simple moving average. We have the RSI, stochastic indicator, Bollinger Bands is here as well. Volume is here, momentum is here. ADX is also here as well. So you can take advantage of these indicators. These are the indicators that are popularly used in the markets, and these are indicators that you would need if you're, getting into the markets as a beginner and trying to, understand your way around the indicators and the markets and pairs. These indicators are your go-to, okay? Especially volume and the moving average. And then over here, we have objects that you would need. We have the trend line. We have extended line as well. We have your arrow that you can use to point, kind of direct on something or an area on your chart. We have the horizontal line, the ray, parallel channel. You have the text, the ellipse that you can use to identify maybe a high or a low or a zone as well. The rectangle tool, and we have the Fibonacci retracement tool as well that you can also use in trending markets to catch some really significant pullbacks in the market. Okay, above we have margin, which is the deposit you have to make to keep your trades open. We have free margin, which is the amount of money you have left to place a trade. Your margin level, if your margin level is good, if the percentage is increasing, then it means that your capital is good, your capital is safe. It's always safe with Octa, but I'm talking about the trades now. You're not in drawdown, or when your margin level is increasing. So if this increases to, like, let's say 4,500, then I know that my trade is in profit. So the more I'm in profit, the more my margin level increases. Equity is your balance plus or minus your open trades, right? Equity is your balance plus or minus your open trades. And then we have some bonus funds here. Floating profits, which is the amount of, or the amount that you have in open or unrealized gains. So by unrealized gains, I mean an open trade, floating profit, okay? And towards this side, this is one of the awesome features that I love the most about the Octa web platform, or the Octa Trader web platform. It's the space feature. It's right here. The space feature gives you analysis, trade ideas from experts. And again, I always tell you guys, you have the confirmations that you need. If you come into the market and you do analysis, you have the AI pattern that you can use to identify patterns that you may not see in the market. Just like now, you can already see indication of double bottom and double top. You can click on that to identify where the double top is, where the double bottom is. If I go back to, let's go back to it and see where we had the double bottom. And then you can see that it shows us that, oh, the market is forming a new double bottom on the 1 minute time frame. It kind of it keeps you in the know. It makes you observant about new patterns that are forming in the market. But again, I'll probably call this a low and then a lower low, because we've already had a sweep towards the downside. And then if we're going up, I mean, we've already had the breakout of this previous low. So what we can basically do is to observe. You know, for a double bottom and a double top, the pattern has to form a complete M shape or a W shape. And now if you see a break to the downside, then this double bottom would be invalidated, or is already almost invalidated at this point. And that's why I always tell you guys it's important to combine this with your own understanding of the market, your own analysis as well, so that you can stay sharp and stay quick with market movements. All right. Space feature, very awesome feature I love about the Octa Trader platform, because most times I use this to kind of align with my own analysis. This is from expert traders, you know, showing me and showing you as well that use Octa Trader, what they see in the market, what they expect, some important key levels that you can look out for while you trade. And this goes for a lot of instruments: GBP, JPY, Euro USD, gold. It's already here. And these are the instruments that I trade. Like I always tell you guys, Euro USD, GBP USD, and gold. I trade these currencies the most. So I've already kind of chosen them as the currencies that I want to get insights from. You can always edit this. But most importantly, use the space feature to align and adjust your analysis if needed. And we also have Octa Vision. But before I go to Octa Vision, I want to know in the chat if you guys have any questions for me. Let me know in the chat if you guys have any questions for me. So the Octa Vision is your AI tool that you can use to track your trades and also get an understanding of what you did wrong, what you did well. As you can see, closed order analysis, daily trading summary. You can kind of play around with this and get to understand what needs improvements in your trading and what you should actually continue to do more often. It's all about getting better and getting more refined with your strategy. You know, every day you have to create that vacuum for learning. The learning never stops in the Forex market. You have to constantly understand that it's an evolving market. The currencies are evolving rather. Events are evolving as well. New things are happening. You know, I mean, we have election coming up as well. The market is also going to adjust and react to the election. So you always want to stay in the know and see how you can always refine your strategies to work well for you when you need it the most. And you also need to understand that there are three important things with a strategy. It's not just the strategy itself, it's when you use it, how you use it, and what instruments you use it for. All right, guys, this was a brief introduction to the Octa Trader. If you need any explanation, if you want me to do a recap, you can always come back to this video and watch the video to understand exactly where each tool is and where each object is, and get guys, please let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat, please. I had a network issue, so I had to fix that quickly. But please let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. And for those of you that stayed back, thank you so much for waiting. I think we're going to get some other guys to join us in a few minutes. But before we continue, let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me and if the network is good now. This is an important part of the live trading session. So again, thank you guys for staying. So we're just going to quickly, okay, perfect. We're just going to quickly run through your trading plan. Like I said, very important. You start by setting clear, realistic goals. Are you ready, or are you trading for short-term gains, or is it going to be a long-term investment? That understanding alone would help you position yourself for long-term trading or short-term trading. Okay. Set your risk tolerance. Decide how much of your capital that you want to risk on a trade. Most traders stick to risking 1% or 2% of their accounts on a single trade, and this is going to help you protect your accounts from significant drawdowns. Okay. Identify your strategy. What strategy are you going to use for trading? Now, most times, a strategy would work on a commodity but may not work on a currency. So it's also good to know what strategy you're going to be using. Would you use fundamentals, technicals? Would you use both? What will determine your entry and exit signals? Are you going to be using indicators, and what type of indicators would you use? These are some of the important things that you want to know and kind of add or include in your trading plan before you start trading. And when you have this trading plan in play, once it's set, stick to it. It's important that you stick to it. This is going to prevent emotional trading, emotional over trading, rash decision making, especially during volatile market conditions. How do you identify profit opportunities? The strategy, I told you guys, the step, the framework, understand the structure of the market. And this is after, looking at the economic calendar, getting your understanding of the strength and weakness of different currencies. And now you want to come to the market, currencies. And now you want to come to the market and identify the structure. Are we trending upwards, downwards, or are we ranging? And you want to identify key levels as well. You want to pay attention to the key levels, significant areas of supply and demand. And you want to predetermine your entry and exit points. This is going to be a buy. I mean, the buyers are already at it. So why don't I just trade on? Okay, you want to be able to predetermine your entry and exit points so you don't make rash decisions. And you want to eye proper risk management. Forecasting and managing risk. Very important, especially for beginner traders. Use a stop loss order. I know that there are a lot of kind of videos or people that will tell you not to use a stop loss. But guys, if you're a beginner, especially, it's good that you learn how to manage your risk before you start looking at, playing around with it. It's good that you learn how to manage your risk. Your risk management is going to keep you in the market long enough to place more trades. Set moderate risk to reward ratios as well. If you're going to be risking 1%, you should go for at the very least 1% or 2% or more. But if you're going to be risking 5% and you're going for 1% reward, that's not a good risk to reward ratio. Diversify your trades as well. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. Look at understanding exotic currencies, minor currencies as well. See how you can diversify the profits, diversify your understanding of different markets. It can be commodities, it can be stocks. Octa also gives you the opportunity to trade stocks as well. And monitor market events ahead and monitor volatility as well. Look at the economic calendar. Am I expecting NFP tomorrow, CPI tomorrow? So you just hits your stop loss and kicks you out. Okay, stay updated using the economic calendar, and also look at the volatility of the market. If you're trading in volatile sessions, that can help you gauge your risk tolerance for that particular. You cope with emotions and losses. First, you have to understand the impact of emotions. We have fear and we have greed, and it's of a trader. Fear can prevent you from making good trades. Greed can push you into the bad. It's good that you recognize these emotions when they arise. Once you feel like you're scared or you feel greedy and you want to place more trades, once you recognize that, you want to withdraw, you want to not withdraw your funds, but withdraw yourself from the market so you don't make rash decisions. Use a trading journal as well. You have to be accountable. This is something that is not spoken of in the market a lot. Accountability in the Forex market. It's a business where you can just come in and, start making a profit on your first day, or start, trying to learn and make profit from the first day, which makes a lot of traders lose accountability, right? If you go into an already established business and then you're working under someone, then you're accountable to the person, right? Every day you have to do like an audit or something, just report to this person. But because it's trading, you can just create an account, put money and then you have a potential of placing a trade, then you see a lot of traders not accountable for their trades. Get a trading journal. Keep track of how you felt during your trades. Were you anxious? Were you impatient? Were you overconfident? You have to reflect on this emotion because it would help you control them in future trades. And practice discipline. Sometimes it might be tempting to drift away from a trading plan, but it's good that you stick to it. Guys, I'll tell you, discipline in trading is your key to long-term success. All right. Let me know in the chat if you guys understood everything in today's session. And if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask in the chat. We're gradually coming to the end of today's trading session, and I would love to answer your questions. Now, guys, if you've been thinking about taking your Forex trading journey further, I'll tell you guys to try the Octa Trading app. It offers a wide range of instruments or trading instruments with low spreads, fast executions, and zero commission. We also have various educational resources in the app and also on our YouTube channel as well. 24/7 customer support and a strong commitment to funds and data security. It's a great platform, to practice the strategies that we've discussed today and other ones that you can find in the Octa Trading app. So you can use the link in the description to register, and you can start implementing these lessons right away. All right, guys, if you want to make a deposit, because again, if you get the Octa Trading app, you need to create an account, right? And we have the option for a demo account for practice, and we have for a real account where you can trade with real money. After you're confident trading a demo account, you get your strategies, and you're ready to go live. You create a real account, and you can use the promo code Ambrose E100. Now, while you make your deposit, there's a section where you can type in this promo code. But if you don't do that or you forget to do that, no worries. You can just go to your profile, check in the menu, you'd see the promo code section. You type in Ambrose E100 and click on activate, and you get your deposit. Now, remember that you need to trade a certain. And guys, we're going to do a summary today for a summary of the things that we've discussed, a summary of the things that we've talked about, the strategies. We talked about Octa Trader accounts. If you create MT4 or MT5, you won't really have access to the space feature. Okay, so when you're creating a trading account, choose OTR or Octa Trader, and then you can get access to the space feature. We also looked at the live charts and looked at some of the tools that are being provided in the Octa web platform or the Octa Trader web platform. And we talked about some of the principles that can guide your trading, how you can do away with emotion trading, and how you can make sure that you're ready with your trading plan, your trading journal to kickstart your trading journey and make sure that you're staying on course. What are some of the key takeaways from today's session? Remember, guys, don't just come into the markets and try to gamble your way around. Make sure you analyze the trading instruments and understand how they behave under various market conditions. Review your actions and reflect on your decisions to identify what worked well and what can be improved on. Keep up with the latest market news and updates. You can do this with the Octa Trader app and the Octa Economic Calendar as well. And again, if you check the link in the description or in the live chat, you'll see the link to join the Octa Telegram channel and use the educational resources that you've been provided to enhance your understanding of the strategies and the tools. I've checked the comment section and the chat, and I can't really see any questions today, which is, I'll just assume that you guys understood everything that I talked about today. Awesome teaching so far. Thank you, Tony. All right, guys.